So earlier today, former Packer Brett Favre shared some thoughts on Twitter regarding Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. So of course we must get into it. So here it is from Brett Favre. Congrats to the Packers on a big win last night. Jordan Love is playing as good as any QB in the league, and they can be a dangerous team in the playoffs if they get in. I 100% agree with Brett Favre. We've really seen Jordan Love take his game to another level. He has been very consistent. He has been one of the best QBs in the NFL if you look at a majority of his stats. And so to see where we've come from week one before the season, when there was lots of uncertainty as to how this Packers team would play in year one, most people that I was seeing in the comment section were saying that if Jordan Love proves that he is a guy in 2023, it's a successful season for the Packers. So I think that we are at that point where it's been a successful season in that regard. And now the fact that the Packers have a chance to do what they did last season, or they're in the same situation when it comes to the final game, they can get to the playoffs. Last year, Aaron Rodgers was unable to do it against the Detroit Lions. And now this year, Jordan Love has a similar opportunity against another NFC North division rival at home at Lambeau Fields against the Chicago Bears. So Love has a chance to do something that last season with Aaron Rodgers, the Packers were unable to do, which is make the playoffs in their final game against a NFC rival. And so I think that if you watch last night's game, you saw them comparing some of those throws where Jordan Love has no feet on the ground to Brett Favre. And so it's always fun to see what these former elite Hall of Fame quarterbacks have to say about Jordan Love. So that's Brett Favre's thoughts. And I'll show a few other thoughts here, a few other posts on Twitter. Here we have from Freeze. He basically is just comparing Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes' stats this season. These are total touchdowns. Love, 3,843 yards, 34 TDs, 11 interceptions, a 93.1 rating. Patrick Mahomes, 4,183 yards, so slightly more there than Love. 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, a 92.6 rating. So if you would have told me before the season that Patrick Mahomes would have a worse passer rating than Jordan Love with one game remaining, I would have been insanely shocked. I think many of us would have been. I think that the Chiefs have not been as good as they have in years past. The offense has definitely struggled at times, largely due to Mahomes and some of his receivers' struggles and drops. They have some of the most drops in the NFL. But still, that is, insane that Jordan Love has done that in his first season. Here's a few other things. From Jacob Morley, Jordan Love, deep passing, 20-plus yards since week 9. Attempts, 41, second in the NFL. First in completions at 20. Fifth in completion percentage at 48.8. Second in yards at 603. Second in touchdowns at 7. One interception. Fifth in PFF passing grade, 95.6. First in big time throws, 17. Turnover worthy throw percentage, 2.3, third lowest. NFL QB rating, 124.2, third. So in an area of Jordan Love's game that I was slightly concerned with earlier in the season, he was missing on lots of deep passes. That was one of the areas of his game that was definitely not going well early in the season. We have seen him completely fix that, and that was the question. Can he fix his inability to connect on the deep balls? And he has 100% done that, as you see from those stats. He has been elite in that area, one of the best in the NFL in pretty much every single stat when it comes to deep passing since week 9. Here's another interesting thing from Jacob Morley. Jordan Love has 8 games where he has recorded multiple passing touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That is first in the NFL. Then here we have from NFL Talk, NFL league leaders for passing touchdowns heading into week 18. Dak Prescott, 32. Brock Purdy, 31. Jordan Love, 30. So third most passing touchdowns in the NFL. And so considering most people were looking at the Packers season in 2023, from my comments, most would say a successful season would be Jordan Love proving that he is the guy for Green Bay for the foreseeable future. And I think that we have 100% seen that that is the case, that Jordan Love has proved that he is the guy. So the fact that he's already done that, I think is a successful season for the Packers and the organization, considering quarterback is such an important position to hit on, because if you don't have a top-tier QB, it's hard to be competitive in the league. And Brian Gutekunst for 3-4 seasons was having to wait and sit back for that Jordan Love pick to really pan out and start to sort of see the results from the pick that he did back in 2020. And I know at the time it was not a popular pick to draft a quarterback, Rodgers' replacement, when the team is still competitive, when Rodgers is still playing pretty well. It wasn't a popular move, and now I think that this move, with the way Jordan Love has played this season, will probably go down as one of the better moves in Packers franchise history, considering that the Packers seem to have gotten another top-tier elite quarterback. And I think that already right now, Jordan Love, in my mind, is a top 10 quarterback, maybe even top 5 based on the way he's played recently. And so the fact that Brian Gutekunst was able to do that, he did what wasn't popular at the time, to prepare for a future without Rodgers, which I think was a wise decision, even though it maybe wasn't very popular at the time. And so now the Packers are in a very good position for the future with Jordan Love 100% being the guy. He is playing really, really well. So it's fun to see what this Packers team could be. And let's see, maybe we make the playoffs and the defense hopefully can put together a nice stretch. Maybe the Packers can do something in the playoffs. That would be very exciting if in year one, Jordan Love is able to make it to the playoffs. So those are my thoughts. If you want more Packers content like this, feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time.